Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Welcome to another Wednesday midweek live stream. That's right. We're here at Potsquatch Growers, and we're about to have a good, wonderful time. We have a very special guest that's going to be coming on the show today. Here, I'm just adjusting my microphone to put it into the perfect arc so I can talk into it. We have our dear friend from the White Rabbit Glass Room coming on the show. He's also known as the Mad Hatter of Mad Hatter Infusions. What does that mean? What does that tell us? Well, our friend, my friends, basically sells American-made glass, works with some of the most exclusive glass producers in all of America, works with some of the original guys of some of the first Tommy Chong glass ever released, and does a bunch of wonderful things. Not to mention, this man has a culinary degree and he knows how to put weed in pretty much everything. So that's something that he and I have been for many years sort of bouncing ideas off each other. All right. All right. So everybody, welcome to the show. That's right. The Mad Hatter himself, our dear friend, coming to the show right now. What's up, Mad Hatter?
Everybody. Hey, what's up, brother? I'm doing all right. Just sitting here smoking.
Dude, that's a beautiful hat.
Thank you, sir. You ain't got one of your buttons on it.
That's right. Look at that. You got a Potsquatch button on there, everybody. And to be fair, I think, Mad Hatter, I think you received one of the first buttons we ever produced, actually. When we first, back in the hood days, actually got those buttons coming in.
Oh, wow.
People to have one of those, actually. Yeah, and I know you put it on the hat right away. I actually think it was one of the first buttons you ever put on that hat, actually, when you first got it. Because I remember when you bought
actually, it was. It is. That actually was one of the first buttons.
Yeah, get close to the camera. Let's all see that hat. Show us some of the stuff on there. Tell us about it.
I got the 710 price tag instead of the original 710 for the oil, of course, and I got my button. Mad Hatter Infusion. Then the mini rocker I got off of Amazon. Beautiful. The 13-point deadbolt wing pin sterling silver that is blessed through a friend of mine, also made by Lucky, a glass artist that's deceased. Then you got the old Potsquatch. And I got the Alice in Wonderland Garcia in the middle.
Loving it, buddy. Loving it. All right. So, brother Mad Hatter, tell us a bit about yourself. Tell us a bit about your story. Let's start at the origin story. Let's talk about what came first, Mad Hatter Infusions or your glass store? I mean, what was the first thing to come?
The Mad Hatter Infusions was first. That started after I came back from Michigan. I just said, fuck it. It's my calling, and I have a culinary degree, and I know how to infuse like a motherfucker. So it's like, let's get it.
So, like, what were some of the products you made at first? Like, when you first launched Mad Hatter Infusions, what were you doing? Like, what was something you were making to market? Yes, everybody, Uncle Michael's in the background. You know, don't mind that.
My first menu selection was pretty huge. I had infused Starbursts, Nerd Blocks, brownies, hard candy, lollipops, Kool-Aids, pre-made Kool-Aid syrup, olive oil.
I remember those syrups. I remember those syrups you were making. I remember those drink syrups you were making. Those were crazy, man.
Yeah. Like, I was making muscle salves. I had a lot going when I first started.
Now, are you still doing all those kinds of things, or like, is it kind of like you have a rotating menu and certain things are?
I rotate things out. Like I just brought back Nerd Blocks. I'm getting ready to bust out a whole bunch of pixie sticks that are infused.
Nice.
Then I have trolley worms. I got fruit slices. I got gummy dots on that I just recently made. I've infused ruffle chips right now. I got made. I got to do 2 pounds of coffee for custom order that I got infused.
Now, I remember the first time you were trying to do that coffee infusion. So basically, like let's talk about that if you don't mind talking about that. So basically,
No.
what the concept was is you were taking ground coffee and infusing active cannabinoids into it, so that when it percolates through and gets made into coffee, as it were, then you got like this cup of Joe that's gonna make you go, "Hey, I'm high, yo."
Oh, definitely, it's a interesting high.
So what was the approach with that one? Were you using like I'm assuming probably like a distillate maybe with that, or
Actually, at the time, I used like some diamonds that I dropped
oh
into
shit.
some I dropped it into MCT oil, which is derivatory of coconut oil that hits
Yeah,
it helps hit your body faster, and
dude,
it's
nice.
compatible with coffee.
Okay, so basically you took diamonds, you infused them into the refined oil of MCT, which is refined coconut oil, and then that's what you use to then kind of marry it into the coffee grounds to make it a
Yeah,
happy place for that morning
yeah.
percolation, that cup of Joe of like, damn, let's have a day today. All right.
Once I infuse the coffee grounds, let it sit like overnight to let it soak in and dry up. Then package it up and it's good to go. Put it
All
in your
right.
Keurig cup
Oh,
that's a
like one of those,
reusable.
like kind of those, the reusable, refillable one, right? You put that in your
Yeah,
Keurig 2.0, get it
yeah,
ready to rock and roll. Shit,
yep.
man, I gotta get me one of those, man. I gotta make some of that shit. That sounds fun to me, man. I tell you. All right, so one, Matt Hatter. Normally we go through and we say hi to everybody that's coming to the show. So I'm just gonna scroll up on some of these comments. I'm just gonna say hi really quickly to everybody.
No
Yo,
problem.
what's happening, Matt Hatter? I'm saying hi to you first because you're the first one to comment in the stream. There we go, Matt Hatter 717. What's up, Jansen Dennis? What's up, Kenneth R. Knox? All right, good to see you. What's up, Ganjanana, your mama, the sexiest grandma in all of the UK? That's right. What's up, the divine sorcerer? You're new here. That's a new name, but I like it, my friend. I'm a shamanistic prick
Divine
myself.
Sorcerer, you know him.
Is it a new
You
name?
actually know him. That's Mike Williams Sr. He's in the group.
Oh
He's the
shit.
brother
Well,
that that's
so I
Mike's
do know him.
the brother
'Cause I
that
know
brought your
Mike
light.
Williams. Yeah, I know Mike Williams Sr. All right then. Well, guess what? Mike Williams Sr. I like the name. All right. All right. Let's keep going. What's up, Habit Invisible Farms? Good to see you, buddy. All right. What's up, GP or JP Page 2? What's up, Walter Wiseman? Same the fuck. What up, baby? What's up, Jansen Dennis? What's up to who are missing? Soul Price, welcome to the house. Hippie Zombie, good to see you, baby. Good to see you. All right. Let's see who we missed now. Eugene Dolan in the house. Good to see you. I'm just making sure. Proud little mama, I've missed you on the shows too. It's good to see you. I hope you and the fam jam are doing well. Much love back to you. Thank you very much. I'm feeling like I'm looking good. These are the new glasses I just picked up today. The super fancy transitional, and they got the protective coatings on them. Protect my eyesight. I can actually read the screen this show. It's amazing. What's up, Muskoka James? Good to see you, buddy. All right. Let's see if we missed anybody. Miss K's Garden, good to see you. All right. What's up, Wake now? All right, I think we've caught up. And if I've missed anyone, I have yet to figure out on the StreamYards how to switch it to live chat rather than a top chat thing, which I prefer to switch it to the live chat so I can actually see everyone's messages, but it's a little bit harder. But anyway, let's get back to infusing things. So you made that coffee, man. I mean, to be fair, like, I mean, you do a lot of shit, man. Like, I mean, I see your posts on the Facebook. I mean, you know, you've got hell, you were just making some infused nerds or something the other day, wasn't it? I saw that on your page.
Yeah, Nerd Blocks. That was last night.
Oh shit, yeah. So it was real recent. Okay, good. My brain remembering correctly. So now, like, tell us about what that product is. Give us a bit of a rundown, other than the fact that it's basically made out of nerds.
Nerd Blocks are your both sides of the center is gummies. Gummies are infused, and then you have a coating of nerds on both sides. Then you just cut it up. Instead of
So
making nerd ropes, a lot of people are used to seeing nerd ropes. There's a lot of fake nerd ropes out there, and I don't want my product to be tied into something that's already out there. Like I try to keep a lot of my
yeah,
products
no,
different.
I'm gonna tell you that sounds pretty intense. So basically, what you're saying is you've got like the heart of the block itself is infused gummies, and then
Yeah.
you've taken nerds, infused those fuckers, and then wrapped it around the gummy candy.
Well, the nerds are probably infused a little bit because I'll spray the bowl with the MCT oil. But what I do
Yeah,
is
like an infused MCT, kind of mix them around a little bit, or
yeah, yeah. Then I got an industrial size baking pan. I'll drop the nerds on it. Then I hurry up and dump the gummies. I smooth it out as far as I can. Then I put the next coating of gummies on. Then I take and put parchment paper over it to smooth it out so it's not uneven.
bro, that sounds gangster. You got one of those? Like hell, could you go grab one and show us what that looks like when it's done?
What the product?
Yeah. Is that
Yeah, I got
allowed?
the
Do you mind?
product over here. Yeah, give me a
Can we
second.
let's see one of those sexy motherfuckers, because that sounds pretty cool to me, man. Actually, Soul Price, he does do infused chips and a bunch of other things. He was just making a bunch of bags of infused ruffle chips the other day. We'll go over some future recipes on that in a minute, but I'm excited to see these nerd blocks, man. That sounds good. Michael, you can have another beer if you need to, though, too. Okay. Everybody, Uncle Michael's going on a date, so let's all wish him luck. Good luck, Uncle Michael. On your date.
Here's the nerd blocks.
Damn. So, like, okay, that bag in each hand, like, what's one of those roughly? Like, I mean, I know it's a bit of a rough cut on it. So
those are like 280. Total is 286 milligrams.
Damn. Well, that's gonna be a good time. Too bad we don't have a couple of those for Uncle Michael's date. We'll see what happens. Anyway,
these are the infused. These are infused gummy drops. Each gummy, 10 per pack. Each gummy is 95 milligrams each.
Business time. Now, are those are you using a distillate on those gummies? Is that how you did that infusion on that, or?
No, I take honey. Sometimes I'll use RSO I make, but most of the time I use extracts that I acquire from my brother. I normally use diamonds or sugars. I don't really fuck with no shatter. I don't like shatter.
No,
I normally get diamonds and
you don't really want to use
sugar
a petrol.
and
I was gonna say you don't want to use a petrol-based solvent in food, really, at the end of the day, too. Right?
No.
So avoid that. But yes, you like to use diamonds a lot. That's pretty nifty, man.
I love using RSO. It just takes me a long time to make enough RSO to go ahead and run a large batch.
No, I feel you, man. It's too bad you don't live closer, man. I could hook you up with a bunch of RSO and I just be like, here you go, man. Just go with it.
I feel you.
So now, okay, so some people while you were grabbing those gummies were asking about, like, have you ever done XYZ? But I know you've infused chips before. I saw that the other day on your thing too. So you were taking Ruffles chips and infusing Ruffle bags of chips. Like, what are you doing with that one? How are you doing that? Like, I mean, does it still taste like a normal chip, or does it augment the flavor of the chip? When
I use that MCT oil again, that derivatory coconut oil. MCT oil is a beautiful little product. And it doesn't harm. It doesn't affect any taste. It absorbs like I ain't do the Scooby snacks that are out. Like you can infuse them with the same oil, MCT oil,
there you
and it hits. It don't mess up your taste. It absorbs. Long as it absorbs well. I was gonna try doing it with beef jerky, but that was a failure. It wouldn't just suck in the oil properly.
You know, I think probably how you would have to do it with a beef jerky, because I actually got a buddy who owns a jerky company, Matt Bull Jerky. Shout out to them. I actually ordered custom batches of jerky. There's no drugs in it. It just tastes good. But you know, and from talking to him in terms of his process of making it, I'm thinking like if we were to take an MCT oil and actually marinate and soak that beef, because I was a head chef as well. You went to culinary school, you got a degree in that shit, so we can talk this here. I think what do you think? Like, what if we took like an MCT oil infused, do a mild infusion on it, right? Because jerky good, man, you're gonna eat a bunch of it, so we don't want to make it too strong for people, right? But we get that and we let it sit. Like I would say, like, hell, let's let that shit marinate for like 72 hours, right? We score that beef, let that seep in a bit. That MCT oil is gonna absorb into that. So if we trim all that fat off that lean beef, then that MCT oil fat might actually get in there. And if we do a real low smoke where we keep our temperature real low and do a long-term smoke on that, then we're not going to denature any of our cannabinoids, right? Like, what do you think about that? That might be a way to kind of achieve that infused jerky action. What do you think?
You could that would be very possible, and you could also inject it as a smoking with the MCT oil.
Oh yeah, that's true too. Also, too, I just want to take a moment. Big shout out to Pot TV and Cannabis Culture and the Cannabis Culture headquarters downtown Vancouver. They've just popped on the show. They say free the weed, free the people, peace and pot. We say free the weed, free the people, peace and pot, and this makes some good munchies, baby. We just talking right now, Pot TV. We're talking to the Mad Hatter himself of Mad Hatter Infusions out of Pennsylvania, and he also is the proprietor of White Rabbit Glass Room, which basically specializes in carrying custom high-end glass pieces out of production in America. I mean, let's shift gears here for a minute. Let's talk about that and your glass, because you said you were working with some of the OG guys who did some of the original Cheech and Chong glass too back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, I know. I deal with some of the original artists like Jay Blumencraft. His real name is Chris Barr. He was Jonathan Tillman is the pretty much the creator of the Chong glassware. Mr. Tillman made a piece for Tommy Chong and ended up giving it to him after a comedy show that John Tillman went to.
Oh wow.
And if you look up the pre-op pipe dreams and all, it'll
Yeah,
explain the whole
yeah.
history.
Dude, that's so
Like
cool.
I know and deal with a lot of the old school artists for the original song glassware. Like matter of fact, they just brung out a Pipe Dream 20th anniversary series through a friend of
Oh
mine, OG
shit.
Chong Glass. Yeah, check out OG Chong Glass, ogchong.com, and they're bringing out some of the 20th anniversary stuff to
Dude,
celebrate
that's
that.
hella dope. Hell yeah! And I'm just going to take a moment here. We got a grow question coming in from Mud Swat here. I'm gonna answer that one real quick. So Mud Swat says, "I got these 20-year-old beans. They're not popping. They won't pop. Do you have any advice?" So first of all, there's a number of little tricks you can do. First of all, make sure your water and ambient temperature of the room is going to be at 23 degrees centigrade. 23 degrees centigrade is going to be your happy place. You can take the old bean. You can do a couple of different things. You can take the one actual porous area where you're going to look at the seed. We're going to see that it's kind of like a little indentation. You can use like a nail file is kind of what I would normally do, like the fine side, and just gently try to open it up that way. You can also take a little pin and do a gentle pin prick, okay, into that little pore that dips down, and that's going to help get the water in, because often with older seeds, sometimes the shell itself and the entrance portal no longer breaks down and dissolves with water quite as quickly. So we're going to help it along to get that water in there to activate the genetic material, to have it replicate and get its action going. Another thing is you can actually use a little bit of H2O2 3% solution. What is that going to do? Well, when the hydrogen peroxide goes in there, we're going to actually hyper oxygenate the water. And so when that water goes into the interior of the seed, it's going to be hyper oxygenated. It's going to help activate some of those interior inside genetic materials and make it happy. Also, too, at the end of the day, I know this sounds weird, but I'm a big believer in kind of more the spiritual side of it too. Hell, hold those seeds in a bag in your hand or in the vial. Put positive energy into them. Talk to them. Let them be happy. I know that sounds weird, but it's a fucking thing. I swear to God. It is holistic style, but holistic shit combined with actual science is the way you're going to win the best way. And that would be my humble 2 cents. We've got Pot TV saying, not advice, but we've been reading about cow urine soaks for old seeds. Seems like an interesting tech. I mean, at the end of the day, I've never heard of that one. That's a new one to me, but I mean, it could be a thing. Maybe it's something to do with the actual composition of cow urine, because I do know that cow urine and the urea and a few of the other chemical compounds are slightly different than other mammals. And maybe that is doing something to hyper excite, shall we say, the old genetic material. Because basically the thing we got to remember is what we're doing when we're germinating a seed is getting that interior material of that seed, the genetic component, to get excited, to start to replicate, so that it can actually have cellular division, create that rootlet, and start to explode out, right? That's a fun one. I'm gonna have to do some reading on that, Pod TV. Thank you very much on that. I love it. Gyanjadana, your mama says, can a seed drown? Yes. A seed drowning wouldn't be necessarily like a human drowning, but if you use a deoxygenated water, that's not going to make it happy. That's why we use the H2O2 hydrogen peroxide solution 3%. That's going to hyperoxygenate. That's going to help it out. But also too, if your soil is, for let's say you're germinating into soil or like a peat moss puck or something like that, you got too much water in there, that is going to suffocate. It's not drowning, but it is suffocating the seed that way. But yeah, 100%. All right. Let's get back to the show, and I'm just going to see if there's anything we missed. Talk to your local cow farmer, Mudswap. But I'd say, Mudswap, before you start playing with cow urine, maybe try some of the things we said. All right. Slayer 420 says, use an ancient grow chant. I like it. Or a new one. I mean, as long as it's important to you, I think it'll work. All right. Visible Farm says you can also germinate or grow a clone in a cutting of aloe. Hell yeah, totally, 100%. And yeah, but anyway, let's get back to a few things here. So, Mad Hatter, okay, so tell us about how you got into the world of glass. I mean, obviously you're a stoner. Obviously you love glass. You always have been. I know I've known you for years now, so I know for a fact the man's always had a personal glass collection and has been into glass. But tell us about, so you started Mad Hatter Infusions. You started using your culinary degree to make people have a good, funky time and produce medicine that is both tasty and functional. How did you get into the glass world and start to be a proprietor of glass-based goods?
By accident.
I love the honesty, baby. By accident, man. Accidentally started selling shit. Now tell us, what do you mean, baby?
By accident, because my right hand man, Jay Boogie, he's a glass blower. And
the Jay Boogie who's in the show right now?
Probably. He might be on. I don't know.
I got Jay Boogie. He said, hey, Mad Hatter. Hey, everybody, Jay Boogie, one of the actual blowers of the White Rabbit glass rooms in the house. What's up, Jay Boogie? Anyway, continue.
He saw my stickers for the Mad Hatter glass of Infusion, sorry. And we started talking. I sent him the stickers with a sample pack of products. He did a shout out on Facebook, and it went from there. We started talking, and he started slowly molding me into what I am now. I actually met him last year before we went to a festival here in PA, and he brought everything that he sells, from Snodgrass to the old school song artists and what he had for sale, my way to sell for him. And
hell yeah.
I've been hustling glass now for close to 3 years. Been collecting glass for a little over 3 years.
That's beautiful, man. That's beautiful. And hell yeah. Walter Wiseman says, teach your bees to collect THC from medical honey. I don't disagree, but at the end of the day, we can also infuse our honeys very easily too. So just in case the bees are being stubborn and they don't want to do that, we're not getting what we want on the collection of bees. Because I know the fact is, but my problem with medical honey that's collected naturally via the bees is it's a good place to start, but there's really not going to be enough oomph to it. It's kind of like medical pot in Texas. It's 1%, ain't going to do shit, but probably a bit more than 1%. But let's go here now. At Pot TV's like, find a cow and wait, and hopefully you don't get kicked. I love it. But so let me just, what's up, Red Maple Grove? I'm just reading all these messages. Bear with me here, Mad Hatter. I'm just trying to be all inclusive to everybody on the show. Ganjanana, your mama says, I think this is at Jay Boogie or any other glass blowers who may be watching. Could he make a glass quinacho? It's a style of flute. I'm not sure the style of a quinacho, but I'm assuming if you Googled that, it would tell you. They are curious. Glass blowers who are watching, if you could make a quinacho flute, let us know. Ganjanana, your mama wants to know.
If they got a photo, I could probably get it done.
So here's the thing then. So Mad Hatter, tell us, like, I mean, so if someone approaches your glass room, your company, and wants some custom pieces done, you work with a number of artists and proprietary artists who are willing to do commission-based pieces, I'm assuming? Or...
Yes. Right. I can have custom work done.
So
I can have custom work. I could have custom work done through multiple Snodgrass family artists. Probably a couple of, like, Jay Blumencraft would be maybe another one that would be into it. It all depends on what they want customized. If they want something elaborate, it can be done. I can pretty much have anything done It's just a matter of what artists I'd think about that would enjoy doing that project the most.
Well, I think that'd be important, finding the right artist for the right piece. You know what I mean? Something that like they're going to get excited about it, and so if they
Yeah,
enjoy the premise of the custom art piece, right, then that's going to help it along, right? Um, 2 cookies in a Ziploc, fun name. Says any companies offering strain branding. 2 cookies. I'm going to ask for a little bit further. My question would be, what do you mean by strain branding? If you're looking for consultation in terms of how to brand and market your seeds, well, my company offers marketing consultation for many companies, but it depends on what you actually mean. So we're going to need a little more information on that one, and we can try to get you an answer on that. So, Mad Hatter, before we show the people some of the stuff that you have for sale, like maybe how about we do a tour? Can we do a tour of your personal glass? Is that allowed, buddy?
yeah,
Is
man.
that
I'm
okay?
more than willing to show off some of my personal toys.
Let's see the shit you love. Let's see the shit you be smoking, son.
Let me turn this camera around.
It was great because Mad Hatter showed up in the show early, and we like played with this so we could like figure out how to like kind of do it.
We'll start with the 3 bigger tubes that I have right now. This is a John Kilman. Let's consider a strawberry.
Here, 1 second. I'm gonna make you big only on your own on the thing.
All right, bud. All right, we good? Then I have this here, Chris Barr. This is a little less than 2 foot long, tall, with Sean Millie work. Then I have this is RX, another old school Chong glass blower. I consider that one the fire on the mountain. Then these are multiple slides. I have jars. This is a Basley Cortell jar. His nickname is also Candyman. Spoons made by Lazy Smith Ugly. This is made by Shane Aspie. Pendant made by Sky North. Got a Snodgrass carb cap with the Chong eyes. That's made by Mike Montgomery. He's a Snodgrass apprentice artist, and he used to be one of the original Chong glass blowers. Multiples, these are made by Jay Boogie. That's a Basley Cortell. Different slides, Snodgrass slides. That's Andrew Jacobs. Then we'll get to the bigger toys. I gotta get my lighting better. And these are a little bit different.
Damn, brother, you have so many things. Like this is hilarious to me. Like I've got one bong, and I'm just sitting here going like, damn. And this is your personal collection. We're still in your personal collection right now, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh damn, son. Oh damn.
Like in the past 3 years, I've gotten very serious with collecting.
Really? I thought I was going to say you're a total amateur. Like what? You got what? 100 bajillion pieces? Like what? You amateur? My God.
I love Snod, and if you could tell, I'm a big Snodgrass fan. Like that's all Snodgrass. Like I'm very into this stuff.
Dude, and it's beautiful.
Like these are coins, Billies.
Dude, like all of these pieces, though, they have like a soul to them. Like you've got this whole collection that is like a living, breathing community in and of itself, brother. Like, I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah, and the fun part is I know all these artists and I talk to them and I support them. I sell glass for some of them.
Ganjanana has a question. She wants to know, have you used all of those pieces? So all the pieces that you're showing us right now, brother, have you used every single one of them?
Currently I'm at like 98% have used them. There's a couple pieces I haven't broken yet because I haven't been in the mood. Like I rotate the hell out of my glass. Lately it's been the couch potato.
Yeah, show us that big couch potato you were showing me before the show there that you've been hitting,
Oh
man.
yeah, this is another
Man,
John
look at that
Kilman.
fucking thing. That thing's fucking crazy.
That's another John Kilman. This is a Fume Tech art. Like it's only 18 inches tall, but it hits like a 3-footer. You definitely, if you're one of those type of people that hit a bong real hard, you're gonna regret gripping on this one.
Dude, I mean, the bottom chassis on that thing, man. I mean, um,
Yeah, I love the arrow, and the reason it's called a couch potato is like you can slide it in between your couch cushions.
okay, I dig it. I dig it. Because I was wondering about that, other than the fact that when you smoke it, it makes you a couch potato and it macramees your ass to the couch. You know what I'm
Well,
saying?
I
Like,
got
that's what,
my daily driver, my rig. I'm getting right now. This is made by my brother Bob Batcham, and this is my pride and joy. This rig is my baby.
oh my goodness. And it's got a top hat just like you.
Yeah, all Snodgrass. Most of Snodgrass work is the top hat skulls. Plus, it has the Mad Hatter fuming print on it.
Oh, hell yeah, buddy.
Yeah, that's my pride and joy.
Now, do you hit that one often, or is that one of the ones you're saving for a special occasion?
I don't know. I hit that. That's my daily. That's
Oh,
my daily
shit.
driver.
Damn, so I was gonna say she's so clean. I mean, everybody in this way, you know, you can trust this man to buy glass from him. Look at how clean he keeps his daily. Do you see how clean the thing? It looked brand new to me. I like, damn, son, you got to teach
That
me a trick.
banger. I've already had this banger. I've had this banger for like 4 or 5 months now, bro. It's just
It looks
I
like it
keep
came
it
out of a
crisp.
shop case right now. That's what it looked like. Okay, so I'm gonna read some of these messages. One thing I gotta make a joke. So Mud Swat was like, that curve adds like 7 inches, and I'm like, that's what he said to she. But anyway, let's see here. A good friend of mine from high school. This is Mud Swat again, saying became a well-known glass blower. Started out with pipes, but now makes more artsy stuff. Very cool. Walter Wiseman wants to know, do you ever blow glass? I know you've experimented a little bit, but I also know medically it's a little bit harder for you these days. Do you want to share that story with everybody?
I was learning to be a glass blower, but I had to put it down due to COPD and I had COVID last February,
Oh, I'm so
and
sorry.
I'm dealing with the long term side effects of COVID.
Yeah, well, the long COVID is a thing, man. Like some people have, and it kind of comes in, it switches all these things. So basically, you got the vid, and then you got kind of this onset of a fairly chronic, to my understanding. Like your COPD is not your friend right now. Like you've been fighting it for a while now, right?
Yeah.
So that would make sense. I mean, you know, blowing glass, part of it is literally blowing, isn't it? Like,
And it's hard. It's hard to like the reason Jay Boogie brought all the glass he had is because he was trying to learn the glass blow, advance his skills, market his friend's glass that he had for sale. And like when I was doing it, I admit it's a pain in the dick to try to take an interrupt when you're melting. You got to put everything down to answer a customer's question, and it ruins the project. So I took half his stress away when
yeah.
we both knew medically I wasn't going to be able to advance in the mountain. I'm still in the glass game. I'm still involved with supporting and helping artists, and I still get to have fun talking to the artists I know.
Hell yeah, brother. Now, so did we ever get a chance? I mean, and if you've got the ability on your end to share the link, I mean, I didn't get you to you didn't send it to me, but do we have like links to your Facebook stuff, both to hell? I don't care if you share both, like both the infusions and the glass side. Can we share that for everybody so they can go check out your stuff? Or
Yeah, I can do that right now. I don't know the links off. Like I can leave it in the comment section.
yeah, comment section. I mean, if you could find it quickly too, if there's a way
Yeah,
for you
I'm
to
getting
kind
ready to
of
do
do
that now.
that.
I'm working on it now.
Beautiful, beautiful. Let me read here. So while you're doing that, I'll read some of these. I'm just reading everyone's messages as I do and processing. Now I know that we should have worn masks. Oh, Ganjana, you're true. I mean, Ganjana is stating everyone. She's going like, so many jobs are dangerous for our lungs, and only now we find out we should have been wearing masks or respirators. And I mean, hell, back in the day, right? Oh bloody hell, my brain's blanking out now. Oh, come on now. I'm trying to remember the specific name of the thing. We used to utilize it to coat pipes all the time. Oh, come on, brain. It's a carcinogenic substance. One of you will remember. What's up, Texas Squatch? Welcome to the hood, baby. Shit. Oh, the first house I grew up in was coated in the asbestos. Thank you, Ganjana, your mama. Yes, like, for example, with asbestos back in the day, we used to think that shit was okay. We were like, oh, yeah, asbestos isn't a big deal. We're cool. No, that was bullshit. Asbestos sucked, and it caused a lot of cancer, but we didn't know at the time. And now we're like, oh, wait, maybe we need to pay attention to shit a little bit more these days, you know? Like, yeah. That one stuff says, I work at a car wash and I breathe exhaust all day. Dude, that can't be great for you. Did they let you wear a respirator, that one stuff?
There we go. I put up my webpage link in my personal profile info.
All right. Did you send it through on the live chat
comments? Here?
Yeah. Okay. I'm not seeing it come through here, but also too, if you have the ability to send it to me on my end, I can actually like share it as well, just to make sure it's getting out there. I just want to make sure people know where to go when they want to find you. You know, what
I
I'm
got
saying?
you.
Like, yeah, so send it into a link there, and I'm going to log on my phone on the show as the crop cam, and we can show some of the babies we got going too. We got the Galactic Citrus Shiva babies, by the way. Everybody are already going and already growing.
Damn, nice.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to look weird. I'm going to turn the volume off on this, and then I'm going to mute the crop cam. Stop my cam. No, that's not what I meant. Or here, I could do it from this end. So, okay. Bear with me, everybody. Cam on. And then I'm going to go here and mute it. And then add to stream. So there we go. That should all be working now. Even though it still seems like it's hearing something. But anyway, we'll use that in a second. But when you send that, I should be able to switch into the chat to share that if you send it to me there, brother.
I got it sent to Messenger already.
Oh, did you? All right. Let me check that
shit.
Okay, so everybody, these links are not going to come from me. They're going to come from the crop cam. The crop cam is now its own living entity. And we're going to copy that. We're going to go into the show again. There we go. Where's the show? Bear with me, everybody.
Yeah, try to upload on your comments. It still don't show.
Yeah, that's where I was thinking. But I mean, here, I'm going to do this. And kick from studio. Kick. And then I'm going to rejoin now. And we're going to go enter studio. And then I'm going to go to chat. And I'm going to go here, paste, and send.
Oh, shit.
Did it send? I think it did.
No. I see a chat here. Yeah, I see something here. You sent me a chat thingy thing with my link.
Oh, is that like a personal thing? Oh, okay.
That's
So
my
that's
that's my web page. That's actually my web page to the glass side. That's for
all
the White
right.
Rabbit glass gallery web page. Then I sent you my personal Facebook information.
Okay. Okay. So, um,
Yeah, the
just
first one's the
I'm not
Facebook
seeing
profile.
anything coming in like publicly on this shit.
Yeah, I saw
Comment
that.
is where everyone's doing. Oh. Long story short, we're gonna get back to the show, and we'll find a way of doing this. I mean, I kind of thought about setting this up before we got the show started, but oopsie poopsie, live and learn, right? But we will get that all in there, and then also in the next coming shows, we'll share your links to everything as well. But everybody, you can
Okay.
also, I'm pretty sure they can Facebook look you up, right? Like they can
Yeah.
search the white glass or the white rabbit glass room, as well as I'm assuming Mad Hatter Infusions is also around there, or
I keep the Mad Hatter Infusions pretty much. No, there is no business profile. I got enough. My personal profile is my about the medications.
okay, so at least we can do that. So see you later, Miss K. Good to see you. Alvin May said, Josh, don't think you heard. You're going to probably hurt your head. Signed, Santa. What, trying to make it work? That's probably true, brother. But anyway, here, let's get back. So, okay, so basically, let's get back into it. So we've seen the collection from the Mad Hatter and the proprietor of the White Rabbit Glass Room, Mad Hatter. Should we go on maybe a bit of a sort of a
You want to see what's on deck?
Yeah. Let's see the things we could sell. And yes, everybody, we will post on the community page and a bunch of other places and the community the links to buying all of these glass pieces that we're about to see. It will be shared, everybody. So, but take us on a tour, you big sexy bald bastard. I like your hairstyle there, Mad Hatter.
There we go. We'll start on this side.
Feel free to get up and intimate on it here, and I'm gonna make your end big, and so we can see just your stuff better. Bear with me here, and boom, go for it, buddy.
All right, this is all Snodgrass family artists.
And feel free to share some of the prices on some of these pieces as you're going through.
Oh yeah, no problem, bro.
Time, man. Like we all love glass, we all love getting high.
Like these are made by Bob Batram. My bad. He's been a Bob Snodgrass apprentice and family member for many years. These are considered chillums, and they go for retail $80 shipped. Several styles. This is a Ben Eli hammer top hat. Benjamin Eli Neiman is the grandson of Mr. Snodgrass, Bob Snodgrass.
Marijuana Co. will address that shortly after the tour.
This is a single pull. Cool. Yeah, that's single pull. Another Ben Eli.
Like, so what does that thing go for? Like what is, like, if I was to buy that piece there?
That right there, I believe, is $175. That's the wrong price on that. That's the old tag. Yeah, this is $175. These are. Oops,
and feel free to share the prices on things as you.
Those are $150 shipped. The hammers.
So the price includes shipping. Then is what you're saying?
Yeah. Everything has a flat price. It makes it a lot easier in life for people.
I agree with that.
These are variety artists. This is a honey badger. This is cheapy. This is $35. Basic fume. Nice work.
See, that looks like something that, like, in my daily life I could see myself using. You know, that 35.
Like this is made by Brandon Warwick, another beautiful brother. That's like.
Oh, I love look at the big mouthpiece on that. I like that big giant, like, and then the bulge right before, like, and it hits.
Yeah,
like,
these are mother.
Yeah, that would hit good, brother.
This is a PJ Taylor. This is like 120, and this is a
Dude,
heavy,
that's
heavy piece.
funky. Yeah. Looks
Yeah.
like some like triple thick action on that.
There's another Brandon Warwick piece. A nice dry hammer. We're letting that go at like 60 a pop. Has a nice little skull milli work
So
on it.
is it a dry hammer? It's not a bubbler then?
No, that's not a bubbler. He does make bubblers. This is a nice frosted piece by Andrew Jacobs.
Oh, I like that. You don't see a
That's
lot of
a
frosted pieces like that. That's
yeah.
cool.
That's 150 to your door. Oh man, I got so many pieces, bro. Like this is another Brandon Warwick with a nice little big bag on the front.
Yeah.
Then we got some Sherlocks. This glows under the black light. This is a
Oh,
nice
cool.
piece.
Oh, dude, is that
Yeah,
a
this is
double
hard
stem
made.
feed? Is that a double stem feed off the bowl, son? Or just
It's
a
just
hand grip?
a horn. Just a horn.
Okay, okay,
It
okay.
actually, that piece actually, this part, the horn and all glows under UV.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's cool.
we're sending that out to your door for about $1.80. Then we got more of a whole bunch of stuff going up on over here.
Yeah, take us
We
on a
got
tour, man. We're loving this shit, brother.
like this is a Travis Vigor tube. Has beautiful. Let me put some light on this. Has some beautiful milli works of Scooby Doo. Like this is a beautiful heavy piece. Comes with a slide. Like this is the slide for it actually. Then I got some beautiful little front carb Bob Batram's variety. Like this got Kung Fu on it. This one's the big Lebowski. These are $70 to your door. Got some ring pipes that you can actually like a little one hitter. Those are 70 to your door. That's another Bob Batram artwork. More Bob Batram's chillums, excuse me. One hitters from Bob Batram.
Oh,
But I do got
those
some.
are some pretty fancy one hitters, to be fair. Like you see a lot of one hitters are just like a little look like a crack pipe or some shit, right? But like that
Yeah.
looks like some fancy shit, man.
Now, if you know anybody that's a Pokemon fan, like this is a nice Bob Batram's Snodgrass Apprentice made Sherlock that is Pokemon themed.
How is it Pokemon themed?
Wow, I'm trying to get the freaking camera here. Just bring it in here. It has all the original Pokemon animal critters on it. I'm not a
Oh,
Pokemon
really?
person,
Yeah,
so
but
I
we're not
couldn't tell
like
you
I mean
what's
the images
all
are
on it.
coming through, but in person that must look crazy, man.
Oh yeah. Then there's this nice little big bag rig with a beautiful opal, a couple of opals in there.
Oh, gorgeous.
Yeah, we're asking like 235 to your door. This is one of the original Sean Glass blowers too. JOB, J Blumencraft, also known as Chris Barr. We're asking
Love
350 to
love
the door.
love the curves on the bottom end of that. Like I mean, so like Mad Hatter, I mean, it seems like I mean, you know, like I'm just a man who owns a bong. But like I mean, it seems to be a huge community, like collecting glass, having glass collections, making crazy glass. Like I mean, it's a whole world out there, isn't there? Like for some of the people watching at home that may not register, that like there's so many of these cool things out
Oh,
there.
definitely.
Like
Like there's so many glass festivals going on for these glass artists and for admirers and head shop owners to go to. It's not funny,
yeah.
man.
Dude, that's super cool though. Like, I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like, I mean, it's just to be fair, like I knew we were gonna go on a tour of your personal collection and some of the glass you selling, man. But like that was much more diverse, frankly, than I was actually expecting for the show. I'm like so humbled to have such a crazy
Thank you.
collection shown just now. I mean, like here, let's ask everybody at home, like, what y'all thinking about some of that shit? Like, it's some pretty sexy shit, don't you think? I mean, I think so. Mm-hmm.
It's
Don't worry,
definitely a.
I'll read their comments. And you talk anytime you need to, baby.
It's just definitely became a obsession, and I hoard it. I love like a lot of this glass is blessed and gifts, so it means something to me, and I
Well, and that's the
enjoy
thing.
buying. I enjoy buying the glass too because this is art and history. Like when our great grandkids finally do find my glass, and when I die, I hope this collection stays together. I don't want it sold. This is art and history, and that's going to be worth something eventually for the
Oh no,
appreciation that
totally.
it should.
Well, that's the thing I find funny though too. It's like, like imagine one day your grandkids, right? They're gonna find your glass and they're gonna be like, "You think Grandpa smoked weed?" No shit.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Oh shit! I gotta grab a lighter. I'll join you for a bong rip. 1 second. All right, I'm almost back. I'm going to do a bong
All
with you.
right.
I had to get a lighter. I didn't have a lighter to shoot.
Let's see your bong. Let's see what you got.
Oh, bro, this is a basic piece. There's a couple of people who are watching like, well, I don't buy expensive glass. I mean, I have in the past when I was a young kid, and then I broke it, and then it broke my heart because I wasn't old enough to have nice things. I'm just getting to an age and a responsibility, I think, right now to be able to buy nice things and take care of them properly. just look at my first 2 marriages. All right, but so this is my bone, man. Like, I bought this thing when I came back for my first failed marriage. I've had it for years. It is dirtier than fuck, everybody. I'm sorry. I'm not as cleanly as maybe I should be, but I'm just improving my lung health by forcing it to handle the dirty bong.
What are you smoking tonight?
Right now, this is actually a bunch of weed that was probably still in the bowl. So I'm just going to hit that first. I mean, I've got some, is this the pink kush? Yes, I got some pink kush here. I got some peanut butter breath and cover, some apple fritter. We're actually going to be harvesting a bunch of weed plants later today after the show.
That's wedding cake.
Yeah. Oh, nice one.
I like peanut butter breath, especially in diamond form.
Oh, dude, peanut butter breath's been an enjoyable smoke. We're going to be taking down a bunch of plants later today. We're going to be taking down the Miracle Alien Cookies by 8 Ball Kush, and then the one Mendo Cherries plant that we left going. And we took the one that was having this sort of calcium leaching on the fan leaves, kind of sucking itself out and going away.
Oh, damn.
And I took that. No, it's all good. I took it down early as a fun experiment. And that one, I think what we're going to do with that is I'm going to make that into hash and then age it. I feel like there was check out the church coat. Squatch is going corporate. Church coat. I'm wearing a blazer because I wanted to look pretty, and I'm wearing it over a $5 t-shirt I bought at like a Winners outlet store, ladies and gentlemen. Just because I'm wearing a coat that's a coat. No. I bought this at what's that cheap clothing store? H&M, where all the kids go. I bought this blazer at H&M for like off the rack for I think $45. I had to wear it to a film event, and I did want to look like a complete bum. Thanks for chastising me for looking pretty for you today. He was going to show pretty glass, and I was like, well, I should look pretty somewhat. All right. But let's get back to reading some of these comments, man. All right. 1 second. 1 second here. I feel like there was a fucking good weed question I said we were going to go back to, and I missed it. I'm not going to zone out. Don't worry, that one stuff is going to be fine. I've actually been I was smoking weed before the show too. I'm at a better place now.
I'm eating gummies right now, so
I'm gonna 1 second here, everybody. I'm trying. What's up, Grimity? I'm trying to find this question. And if you were the person that I referenced recently about what your grow question was, and we're going to get to it. I remember the question. I don't even have to find it. It was talking about advanced nutrients. Someone was saying, I've been using advanced nutrients the same way for like a bajillion years. I'm in week 3. This is my second or third grow, having this consistent issue of where I'm getting a burn in terms of utilizing the adding of my bloom. Okay, so let's talk about this pragmatically in terms of answering this question. If it's been a recent thing, consistently back to back, let's check other secondary variables. Let's take the advanced off the list for a second. Let's talk about your water. Like, is your water the same ppm? Maybe there's been a shift in terms of pH. Maybe there's a shift into the actual how hard your water is locally. It depends on where you live. Sometimes you go through in like municipal systems of general areas where there's going to be like some flooding, some other shit happen, and that's going to hit into the system, and that's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's all these other secondary variables that we can begin to address. And really what we got to do is kind of start running through the list and thinking about everything that exists within our grow, okay? In terms of the orientation, because if you've been doing something that has worked consistently for the same way, is it a new genetic? If it's a new genetic, okay, then maybe that's part of the issue you're having as well. But I'm going to fast forward to that, and whoever that was, don't remember who it was. Remember the question in the end, though. We can talk about that. That one stuff made the joke. Let's ask Chat GPT. I believe it's GPT, which is that one of those AI things. I mean, I'd be kind of curious to talk to one of those AI things as Potsquatch. Would be interesting. But so anyway, let's get back to some other stuff here. Mad Hatter, what is the favorite fucking infused thing you've ever made? Like, let's make it a two-pronged question. Okay, what has sold the best in your years of selling infused products? And then 2, whether it sold well or not, what was your favorite thing that your Mad Hatter brain dreamed up to produce for the people to consume?
I don't know. Like, I love it all.
You can take a moment to think. You can take a moment to think. You don't have to answer right away. That's a big question. I've been watching you for years. I know all the shit you've made. So it's,
honestly, I really dig making my infused syrups, like Kool-Aid syrups. I love it because I can just whip up a batch of syrup and not even make Kool-Aid. I can add that into like Sprite, whatever.
I remember the first time you were developing those. You remember back when we first met, we were chatting about hypotheticals and how you would infuse things, and you were trying to kind of like dial in the recipe on those giant syrup bottles. You remember that back in the day? I remember that. Fuck. Well, that's cool, man. Oh, Jay Boogie says, have him show you his Ben rigs.
Yeah, and the one that he's talking about, I gotta have repaired because the dog broke. Jay Boogie forgot about that. Where the downslide is on it. The dog was.
The dog loved it.
He knocked it over and cracked the downslide area.
Also, by the way, your hoodie is absolutely fucking amazing, bro. Look, like I'm shocked. Maybe it's because I just hit the bong and I'm sitting there like, oh my god, look at that beautiful hoodie, man. Like, show us that hoodie again. I only see that shit.
Jay Boogie actually sent this to me as a gift.
Really?
Yeah.
Bro, that thing is cool. Oh, the shrooms. Hey, man, you want to see some pretty magic mushrooms? I just picked up some new ones today. You want to see them?
Sure.
Everybody at
home.
This
is the piece he's talking about, and this is when these repairs.
So it's right where the it meets at the joiner part there that comes right off the body.
But it's still a badass chugger. Like, I'll have it repaired. This is like one of my favorite pieces too.
Well, okay, everybody, we're going to show you some fun little magic mushrooms here that we brought. And then after we show you some magic mushrooms, we actually have a gift that was sent to us by the Mad Hatter himself. I've been saving it. It showed up a couple days before the show. I haven't opened it yet. Mad Hatter, you package this. Can you see that it's all still?
Yeah, it's still. Yeah, it's good.
Everyone's all like, "Oh my god, he just flashed his address to the world." I don't give a shit. It's not that hard to find me. Actually, this is a funny thing. Before I grab the shrooms, Mad Hatter, I'm going to tell you a story. This one time, this was early on in the world of Potsquatch, okay, when we were first starting out, maybe like like a year and a half or 2 years in, and we were first starting to kind of blow up a little bit. We were like, I don't know, like 3,000 or 5,000 subs maybe or something like that. And like this one guy like intimately paid attention to a couple of the videos that I did on my balcony, and he literally used the limited sky view of where I was and utilized. He lives across the other side of the world and actually fucking figured out almost exactly where I lived from Google Maps Street View. And I was just like, girl, some of y'all, and he was a nice guy, but he wasn't like freaky about it or anything. I don't even care. It was cool. Like, whatever. Yeah, that's where I live, bro. I live beside Vancouver General Hospital, everybody. It's not hard to find me. You'll see me walking 2 midget dogs and a giant bald head. You know, but I was like astonished at the intelligence, okay, of this guy. I was like, damn, son, like the fact that you took like these limited shots and figured out where I lived, it blew my mind. Didn't freak me out. I don't give a shit. I'm Potsquatch, man. Like, I'm old school retired thug, man. I'm cool. Like, and it's like everybody's always about love in our community. Like, I'm not worried about that. But it was so cool to see. And I was like, wow, bro. Like, I'm just flabbergasted at your intelligence on this one. So anyway, 1 second, everybody. I'm gonna grab some magic mushrooms. Mad Hatter, you want to see these magic mushrooms, man? I got a few new ones. One of them doesn't look overly pretty, but they're fucking really tasty. They're these little scrawny Mexican yellows we got, but I got a couple of other things you'll find interesting too. 1 sec. I'll be right back, baby. All right, here we go. We're back. Give me a second here. So it's like, you know, if everybody remembers last week's show, we were talking about the medicinal, you know, benefits of occasionally doing magic mushrooms. Hey, Mad Hatter, wearing a giant magic mushroom on your chest. You don't do shrooms ever, do you? You've never done magic mushrooms in your life. You hate
only
them.
on days that end with Y, man.
Just like Russell. So I've been trying to adopt some of that shit into my life sometime too. So like these ones, these are some Mexican yellows. They came out a little scrawny, but these things are a great day to day. I tell you, these ones are a great day to day. You know, your standard working magic mushroom. You know, like this is what you need to take when you're ready to do your life and you're going on that. Now, sometimes you need a little extra funky, maybe go on with some friends. Maybe you try some albino penis envies.
Hell yeah.
Some albino penis envies. These ones are a fun time. They got a little bit more functional kiss, if you know what I'm saying, to the Mexican yellows, maybe. All right. But then sometimes you need to get weird. And I found a genome, a strain, and this is I've been grabbing shrooms for 18 years off the same guys, and these guys know what they're doing. You know, they're old school hippies. They love magic mushrooms. They have decades before it was cool in terms of the colloquial, we use it for, you know, pharmaceutical replacement and this that and this that. You know what I mean? It's been a new trend. It's here in Vancouver, it's here in Canada, it's happening. But these are golden teachers, but I've never had a batch of golden teachers that showed up this blue, this dark, and this dangerous. And when they hooked me up a couple ounces of these ones, and I was like, bro, they're like, yeah, they're more dangerous than they even look. And I just sat there and I was like, oh, look at these, everybody. Look at these things. You see the blue definitions on that. These are like the dark, super chunky monkey temptress golden teachers right here. Like these things, look at that. Like, do they not look dangerous? Do they not look like
they look total
I'm gonna teach your ass something new. You've been doing golden teachers for years. Well, ha ha ha. I'm gonna show you fucking Alice in Wonderland 2.0, Mad Hatter. Ha, 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 ha. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man, these are some shrooms, man. And when I saw that bag, I was very excited about it. I was like, damn, I've never seen golden teachers come out with these colors. You know what I'm saying? Like,
all right, here's your mushroom honey.
Tell me more, baby. Tell me more. Like, what do you mean? Like, you infuse some magic mushrooms into that honey, baby?
Yeah, I made a batch of honey with 2 ounces of mushrooms. I infused it into honey. Then I technically prefer to let my mushroom honey sit 6 to 9 weeks, and the end result is beautiful. You just need
Yeah.
you need
So, for
about a
example,
teaspoon and a half. It'll rock your world.
I was going to say that sounded. Now, here, we got an interesting thing coming in here, Matt Hatter. So, for example, Jansen Dennis, he's coming to you from Hamilton, Ontario. Fun fact, that's where my mother grew up before she moved to London, Ontario. The mother, the vagina that the Potsquatch popped out of came from Hamilton, Ontario. Also, the great Wayne Gretzky did as well. All right, we'll move on from there. But anyway, he said, okay, so in Hamilton, Ontario, they opened a magic mushroom dispensary. But then, literally the next day, the police busted it. Yeah. And that's the thing. For you as an American, you might find this interesting, Mad Hatter. The fact is different provincial things. It's like different state laws, right? It's very stark in contrast here than it is in other places, right? So they just recently tried to open up their first magic mushroom dispensary. We've had semi-legal, illegal, depending on how you look at the law, weed dispensaries for a very long time in BC. We not only have 1,000,000,001 storefronts that sell magic mushrooms, DMT, acid, and all of these things here in Vancouver now. We've got online delivery services, publicly advertised everywhere, advertised on Facebook even, and that's all allowed. We've even got legal cocaine stores opening up in the next couple of weeks here. We've decriminalized small-term possession of hard drugs. Every single drug up to a certain weight is now legal in British Columbia, Canada, to possess for personal use. It's an attempt for us to try to stem some of the hard drug actual harm that's going on here. And there are literally cocaine stores that are about to open. One's called, I heard about, it's opening up at an old 7-Eleven called the Hungry Nostril. And they're literally going all over TikTok and the internet. We've got organic, fair trade, fucking organic cocaine. I'm sitting here watching this shit while I'm taking a shit in the morning. You know what I'm saying? As you do, you're smoking your doobie, you're taking your morning ablution, and you're taking a look, and all of a sudden this thing pops up on the internet. Come buy organic, fair trade, locally sourced, locally made cocaine. It won't kill you.
Wow.
It's in a storefront. Come check us out now. We're building it in an old 7-Eleven. And I'm like, damn, son. Now let's go to Hamilton, Ontario. Poor little Hamilton, Ontario tries to open up just one little magic mushroom store so you can enjoy things like this. Maybe treat your PSD, your depression, and all these other ailments, or maybe just have a good time. I mean, it depends on how you want to use them. But they try to open up one store, same country. It's not even that far away. Hamilton, Ontario would be roughly around 7,600 to 7,700 kilometers away from where I live. I don't quite know what that is in miles. It's 2.2 kilometers to a mile, so roughly 47.2%. Let's go with. But it's like, so it's not far, but it's far. But it's like, it goes to show you how starkly different things are, though, in our country, right? Like, look at what's happening in Vancouver. We just described all that, right? And then go to Hamilton, and like they can't even have one magic mushroom store. Like, what the fuck's that about?
That's sad.
What's your thoughts on that as an American?
That's sad that they are banned. They raided it for nothing. I could understand if it was like a black market front. Yeah, all right, I understand that. But if they put the money in for their permits and invested all that money, fucking leave them alone.
Yeah, man. Well, I mean, it is a gray zone thing. Like, magic mushrooms aren't really like legal in Canada, but they've been like decriminalized to a point where that's kind of how it happened with pot, right? Like, we had legal medical cannabis for over 20 years, right? So, like, I mean, I've had a medical permit for a jillion years, it feels like. I was even old enough that my first one was an MMARP back in the day. But I moved to Europe, so then I had to do an ACMPR after that. And so that's a different system change. But it's like, so like here in BC, though, like we've literally got cocaine stores opening now. There's literally cocaine stores opening. Hey, do you want to do some cocaine? Come down to the Hungry Nostril. I mean, like, hey, I'm not going to hate on business. I mean, I'm not anyone's dad, right? Like people are adults. They want to go do that shit. That's their choice. I think cocaine is a horrible drug that nobody has any use for unless it's like a medical application. Which they do
It just
exist.
blows my mind that they actually have like a valid Coke store. Just hey, come on through, and it's at a 7-Eleven. Like that's even better.
Yeah. Like, bro, like, cause like, okay, when I was 19, I used to have an issue with that shit. I haven't done it in years, but when I was a kid, I had a brief issue. But what we would do is like when we would run out of cocaine back in the day, we'd go down to 7-Eleven to bust a bunch of energy drinks because it'll help us like ride the end tide of going through withdrawal, right? And the fact that one of the first legal cocaine stores or legal, aka it's to criminalize, so they're just gonna do it and then we'll see what the cops do, basically. Like that's we're ballsy, us Canadians, you know, we're ballsy in terms of how we approach new business. But these guys are just going for it and they're all over social media. And I'm like, fuck it, bro. I mean, at least I respect your tenacity. But the fact that it's going in an old 7-Eleven to me is just like, for fucking
Yeah,
sakes.
it definitely blows my mind.
Oh, bro. But then Hamilton doesn't even get to have a shroom store. Sorry, Hamilton. You got Wayne Gretzky and my mother. That's it. Sorry, I find that astonishingly stupid / funny / horrible / astonishing. Again, I mean, right? Like,
That's some bullshit. Just like here in Pennsylvania, we have medical laws, but we're not allowed to grow our own.
see, that's the thing, dude. Like our whole friendship. Like, I mean, yeah, you haven't been able to really grow. Like, I mean, we were able to connect on, you know, infusing things and talking about that, and which is something that I love doing. And I mean, you know, both of us, like I was a chef. You got a culinary degree as well. Well, I never got trained in shit. I just fucking lived the life in kitchens, right? My parents taught me, and after my failed marriage, it was like the only job my ass could get, you know. And it was like, but it's like, you know, that's how we connected. But like, I've always wanted to help you grow, but like the fact is, they won't let you grow, and that's fucked up in my opinion, right? Like, so here's a
It is.
question.
It's all
So
about the money.
with your medical license, what does that entitle you to in the state of Pennsylvania right now?
It gives me a comfort zone with the cops, pretty much. Like I can have my weed out in the open, and I can tell the cops to suck my dick. I'm a medical card holder, bro, and it kills everything right there. Like I've had cops come to where I used to live. Cops roll up right up on my house. All right, well, before you come in, you're gonna smell weed, and I'm a medical card holder. So if you really want to come in, you can come in, or we can just talk out here.
Okay, so it entitles you to basic possession. Also, I want to address something. So Jansen Dennis, you're not wrong. Wayne Gretzky was born in Brantford, Ontario, and but I do believe that he moved to Hamilton, and my mother lived in Hamilton. They lived on the same street. So my mother and Wayne Gretzky grew up 3 houses apart from each other. They went to Sunday school together, funnily enough. And but maybe that all happened in Brantford, and I'm a horrible son, and it wasn't Hamilton, but I'm pretty sure somehow it was in Hamilton, but I could be wrong. I should probably call my mother after the show and be like, hey, so did I like only half remember the shit you told me about your childhood? Because oops, I don't smoke pot at all, Mom. All right, but anyway, back to the show. Oh man. Marijuanco asked a question. Is anyone near Southwest Pennsylvania?
What part of Southwest Pennsylvania?
Marijuanco Mad Hatter says what part? I'm assuming
I'm
now.
more central. I'm more central PA by
Is PA
Harrisburg,
a fairly
Pennsylvania.
big state? Like, is it a? Do
Yeah,
you
it's a
guys
nice size
consider it a
state.
big?
It's a nice size state.
Dude, Old Dutch Master says we were practicing for a play at the Brantford Rec Center. Bro, that's amazing. I actually, I'm a professional actor, stage. I was a Shakespearean stage actor for most of my early career. Dude, I respect the hell out of that. Old Dutch Master, maybe we should talk sometime. I would be happy to participate and help you guys in any way I can in terms of your theater love in Ontario. 1 second here. I'm just reading people's things here. So Soul Price is sharing this link, facebook.com/madtwistedhatter. Does that sound right to you, Mad Hatter? Is that you?
I don't know about the twisted part.
Oh, it's from
might
the
have
Trailer
to.
Park Boys. Funnily enough, I grew up watching all that shit. I've watched it. I watched it regularly. I still never picked that up. Sorry, old Dutch master. I tried to be respectful. You're like, dude, it's from one of the shows from your country. I'm like, oh, shit. Okay. Well, fine then. I'm sorry. All right. Yeah, no, Soul Price, he's checking to see if that's it. But I love that you, and if you found it, great. Hell yeah.
Nah, that's something else. That is definitely not me.
That is
That's
not him.
somebody.
Don't share it anymore. Anyone who clicked it, don't click it. But anyway, everybody, I think it's time. Should we open the Mad Hatter purple box here? Should we open it?
Yeah, go for it, man. I actually forgot about it.
Where's the best place to cut on this? Probably the.
Where the slot? Sorry for the box review.
I found it. Yep. No. See, I'm stoned. Everybody, bear with me. All right. So here we go. Oop. There we go. Good tape. Oh, beautiful, bro. Oh, fuck yeah, bro. Everybody, check it out. I mean, there's some stickers in there, which I'm excited about. I'm more excited about this, though, everybody. Check this sexy shit out. Motherfuckers, talk to Mad Hatter for a second. I'm taking off my fancy coat, getting naked, this shit on. Don't worry, I'll leave my pants on, everybody. It's gonna be all right. Mad Hatter, talk to them when I get changed.
All right, bro. Hope everybody's doing good this evening. I appreciate everybody watching too, by the way. Oh shit.
Keep talking, Mad Hatter.
Yeah, I was hitting the bong. Hold on.
You're a stoner, you stoner. My goodness.
Oh my. If anybody's ever interested in any glass or anything, just reach out on Facebook. Just look up Jim M. Hatter. Can't miss the white glass rabbit gallery logo. That's my profile photo.
Boom.
Boom. Yep.
Wait. There we go. There's a better frame. Dude, brother, thank you so much, man. I will rock this shirt with pride. And I will say, like, I really love the weird, you know, this. Now, brother, like, who was the artist who did that shit for you, man? Because this is some crazy cool shit.
Jason Durbine or Durburn. Jason Durbine is his last name. His art name is Dope Owl, like Hootie Hoo Owl, OWL.
Dude, this is cool, man. Like, I love the logo, and thank you so much, brother, man. I really appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Very sweet. That's very sweet of you, man. And actually, let's tell the funny story. So, remember when you were like, dude, I want to like send you a shirt and shit. I was like, oh, cool, man. Like, and then you sent it, and you're like, bro, like shipping to your country is dumb because like everybody, Mad Hatter sends shit all over America, and you know, shipping within America as an American is fairly affordable, actually, right? Like, but the second it hits my silly country is, you know, shipping, as it were. Like, he was like, bro, it's like $23 USD to send that shit. And I was like, yeah, bro, here, you want to hear something stupid? Like, I can send a package with a grinder, a hat, and a shirt for like $9 or $10 to Texas. But to send the same package with extra shit in it, like a couple provinces over in my own country, is like $30 almost. And it's like, what? It's
and
nuts.
That's still crazy how it is. It ended up in your area.
That's Canada. We pay a shitload of shit for everything. Like, I know you don't drink, but like a case of beer, right? Dude, like a case of if I go buy a 2-4 at the most affordable store of PBR, not an expensive
Yeah.
beer, cheap beer. But if I do that in Canada, like at the store close to my house where I can get a 2-4, 2-4 means 24 beers, everybody. I think you guys call it a crate or a flat or something in the States, maybe. But like that's like 45, 46 bucks after tax, not including a tip,
Wow.
because we tip at our liquor stores in Canada now.
You gotta
And
tip
it's
your
like,
beer. Oh wow, that's crazy.
bro, I took a picture. I'll show everybody. Like, yeah, I was at the grocery store earlier today, and this is like the most affordable grocery store too. I took a picture of cheese. So this is a 2.27 kilogram brick of cheese. But look at the price there, everybody. I don't know if you can see that. Can y'all see that?
Like 29, 28.
And that's for the no name brand, brick of cheddar cheese, and it's almost 30 bucks.
That's crazy.
Welcome to Canada. It's like, yeah, y'all may have cocaine stores and this and that. Well, that's why they gave us cocaine stores now. Do a bunch of cocaine you won't want to eat anyway. We'll make weed shitty
Right?
if you don't want it. We'll give you cocaine. You'll never eat again. It's to help the people with a stimulus plan to afford inflation.
Like I was gonna say, I could go get a 5-pound block of cheese like for $20 at this one store.
But to be fair, this is about 5 pounds. It's 2.27 keys. So that'd be about roughly the same weight there. But like for me, like, I mean, that used to be like in Canada for the no name shit, bro. That was like maybe 14 to 16 bucks for that shit.
Wow.
You know, like what does it cost for? I guess you guys would call it a gallon. We sell it in 4 liters, which is just slightly bigger. A gallon is 3.78 liters. What does a gallon of milk cost in America right now? Like, because I like whole milk, so it's 3.25%. What am I going to pay at an American store for that?
Last time I priced, I got a gallon of milk. It was like $4 or $5.
Dude,
Eggs is what people say is expensive, but I don't know. I buy brown eggs if I buy eggs, so I'm used to paying more anyways.
no, me
Eggs
too,
last
man.
time I saw were like $6, $7 for white eggs.
And how many eggs you get for $6 or $7?
Like a dozen.
Yeah, so like I'm paying similar things. Like I buy these. I actually just bought some today because I eat a lot of eggs. You know, with my new job, I always eat at work, so I'm always eating breakfast, right? But I got these nice free range organic eggs. Chickens were allowed to be chickens. They have chicken friends. You know, you can taste in the egg that they were allowed to hang out with other chickens and like peck at shit, maybe eat a bug or two. You know, the yolks come out nice and orange the way an egg's yolk is supposed to look. I remember as a young kid when I went over to Europe the first time and I saw an orange yolk and I reacted negatively to it because I was used to like, you know, big farm culture bullshit, fucking anemic eggs with those fucking bright yellow fucking yolks. And I'm like, oh, and so I was like, ew, I don't want to eat it. It's orange. Now as an adult, I'm like, oh, wait, that's a real egg. Damn, Russell the Love Muscle. I mean, we can get cheap eggs here too, man. But like we're talking about proper eggs. Now, I do got a connection back where I used to live, man. His name was John the Egg Farmer. And you know, John the Egg Farmer has had leukemia for like 16 years. Motherfucker still doesn't die. He just keeps farming his eggs. He's like one of those old farmer types who never dies. It's just like he's unstoppable. And he swears by, he's like, I drink 3 shots of tequila a day, and it's what keeps my cancer away. I was like, cool, man. Like, I don't know if that's, hey, but if you believe it, maybe it works. But I can get 30 eggs, giant ass eggs, proper from his farm for like $6. But I don't drive out there. The gas money does not, it like totally offsets that now, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like I'll buy my little golden yolks eggs at the store, depending on where I go. They're $7.85 to $9 or $10. You know, but they've always been expensive. They're the good eggs, right? But like certain things are more like meat now is crazy sometimes. And that's where, like, you know, having an ice box and when you see shit on sale, like, you know, load up on that, freeze that shit. Inflation's real, right? Like, I mean, it's crazy in Canada. You know.
What's a gallon of gas cost out there?
Well, I could do like a liter, and then we can then convert it that way. So like right now, well, here, you know what? Like we can actually like I can like pull this up because I've got dual monitors here. So why don't we go on to the other computer here? I'm going to pull up a new window over on this side, and I'm going to pull that back to the other side here, and I'm gonna tell you the current cost of a gallon of gas here in Vance City, bro. We're going to go here. Why isn't it not? Here I'm trying to be fancy. All right. Let's try it again here. Okay. Liter of gas. Vancouver, March 29th, 2023. Okay, so I got the prices from yesterday. But liter download. I don't want to download the data. Just show me a chart, motherfucker. Motherfucker. Here we go. So this is from a few days ago. Oh shit. It's more than I thought. I'll just give you a rough range right now. Per liter, it's probably running you in the city for regular unleaded. We're not talking premium. We're not talking anything else like that. It's probably running $1.69 to $1.99 a liter.
Oh wow!
So like let's say let's go with the $1.99. No, that's not a gallon though. There's 4 liters to a gallon, so that's like almost $8.
Oh wait, yeah.
That's gonna be like $7 to $8 if you do a 1-to-1 comparison. If you were to compare it to American dollars, I mean, obviously I think the exchange rate today, like if I was going to go into the exchange currency place that I saw early today when I was picking up my new glasses, it was like it would cost me for an American dollar $1.35 right now.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh shit! James Mercher says they have a soda tax in Philly. For those Canadians watching, that's what we call pop. And it's about $4 for a 2-liter down in Philly now, they say. Damn, James, is that real? Like Philly is $4 for a 2-liter of cola? Hey, Blop Jones, cheers to you, baby.
Like, that's the first time I heard of that, but I'm actually looking for that. I'm Googling that right now. Yeah, holy shit.
So Jansen says a liter of diesel is $1.68 in Ontario right now for a liter. So diesel, times that by 4, basically, Mad Hatter. Now, dude, that's something that fucks with my head now in the new world, everybody, that we're living in is like that diesel costs more than regular unleaded gas.
Yeah.
I mean, it never did. Like growing up, man, like diesel was cheap.
Yeah, that's crazy. They doing that. They actually are doing that. So.
Trichrome's Rocks Your Socks says right now it's $2.05 a liter of diesel in Australia. Shit, son. James Mercher says all sugary drinks are taxed for our health. We do shit like that in Canada too. They say it's taxed for our health. I would like to see the books proving that money is actually going somewhere that is going to help and benefit our people's health. Like that's my question, right? Like, and in America, like you guys don't have universal health care. Everyone's all like, "Oh, you're socialist. That's a communist." One, no, and we're not socialist. Socialist capitalist society. And the fact is, I'll put it to you this way: in America, y'all get reactive when you think about Canada, how we do shit. Like, fuck off. This is about the empowerment of your tax dollar. Okay, so here, America, this is what I have to say to you. If you're a fucking hardworking citizen, and if you're paying me, like let's say I'm your government, I'm your El Jefe, okay? I'm your government, and I'm going to tax your ass on everything you fucking do. Do you not, as a free, forward-thinking, aware American, want the money that I'm forcing you to pay me do something to benefit you? Should you not have the right to at least basic health care that it's not going to make you go into debt and never get out of it save your life. Like, if you're going to go work for the man, you're going to go work for the system, you're going to pay your income tax. Like, do you not at least deserve basic health care? That ain't no fucking evil communist plot of bullshit. It's called the people, individuals together as a community standing up against a system as freedom people saying, motherfucker, I expect some shit from my income tax. Think about that, America, right? Like, a lot of Americans, you know what I'm saying, Mad Hatter, they hear about how it is in Canada. They freak out about it. They're like,
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here, dear America, sincerely, your cousin from over the way. What if you were like to slice the cake this way? Do they not owe you shit? Like, some days here in Canada, I never have to use a doctor. I don't need the hospitals. Since I had cancer, I've been good. I'm going on like almost a decade almost now where I haven't really needed the medical system, but I'm paying for it. Some days I'm tempted to go get hit by a bus just to get some of my money back. I'm just saying. But it's like America thinks it's a scary thing to take care of your people. Like, why is that a scary thing? I don't think it is. I think that's the people being empowered and demanding more from their system. Like, motherfucker, you're going to charge me some tax on some shit. Fucking give me something back, motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I don't know. We're getting all political on this shit now, but I think it's still interesting, though. You still having fun, Mad Hatter?
Yeah, bro. Just my battery. I didn't realize how this would drain my battery.
It does require a lot of your phone's CPU.
Yeah, it drained it. Now? Like, I had this fully charged. I'm down to like 20% now.
Okay, so we've done an hour and a half at an 80% draw. You've got roughly 10 to 20 minutes before it fully kills itself. But that's okay. We're having fun. So, look, well, here's the thing. Mad Hatter, I've been interviewing you the whole show. I've been talking to you and guiding this. What do you want to talk about? Do you want to ask me a question? Do you want to ask anyone at home a question? Do you want to share anything specifically that we haven't brought up? Like, I mean, bro, I'm opening the floor to you.
When are you going to start bringing out your LEDs? When are you going to start marketing them? You got that up for sale yet?
Well, I mean, we've always had our lights for sale in partnership with SoulStrip, right? So we currently have a signed agreement with SoulStrip. I mean, I haven't talked to Brett in a long time, and I probably should do that. I've been focusing on rebuilding the life and getting the genetics going, getting the store back up and running, and getting all that kind of going. So basically, I foresee two things moving forward. Okay, three options actually. One, SoulStrip and I get back on what we're doing and change how we've been doing it a little bit and get rocking. Or two, I buy their company and Brett retires. Brett, you're getting old. Three, I dissolve the contract, utilize my lawyers in terms of, because I'm assuming Brett will still do business. And so I want to do business. So the 6-month non-competition clause, we'll just dissolve that and wish each other the best. And then I'll go ground up on something. I'd rather work with Brett. I mean, that's kind of where I'd like to go, at least for now.
Yeah.
And then eventually just buy their company out when Brett's ready to retire, and then take over the supply chains. And then I'll move production from California to Canada, and create Canadian jobs and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, but like, so they are available now. I just haven't talked to Brett in a really long time. But so worst case scenario, let's say me and Brett don't get along anymore. Brett doesn't want to, Mamba Jamba anymore. Then we're just going to do our own thing. And I'm just going to do that. That would realistically, to do them on my own with where I'm at right now, we could probably be on market in about six or 7 months. It only took us 3.5 months the first time working with SoulStrip. So I think that's not too bad. But yeah. This is fun. I don't normally get asked questions like this on the show. Ask me another one. I love this t-shirt, by the way. I'm really enjoying looking at myself wearing this fucking wonderful rabbit creature from a horror dream of wonder on my fucking chest. I'm loving this. Got another one for me, baby?
How long before you get back on to having a good variety of seeds and strands for yourself?
Well, I mean, do you mean in terms of selling seeds or growing it on the channel?
Just getting yourself back together.
I'd say, you know, I'm actually kind of back together now, to be fair. Like, I mean, what I do need to do to get a bunch of things going is I need to get some more tents for sure. So I'm gonna be either saving my pennies or like, I mean, I won't lie to you. I've been saying this for months. I was like, I should reach out to AC Infinity and be like, yo, we've never had a formal sponsor on our channel, but we're willing to do that. And we would like to rock some of your tents and use them because, like, basically, I've got room in the way my apartment's built to have a bunch of 2x4s and then some 2x2s to do breeding in, and we could do this fun ergonomic dynamic kind of design, ergonomic dynamic design. That's what I meant to say. In the house, and I could like, I've had ideas of designing it in my head to kind of do a fun like segregated like micro, but you know, plethora of things. I just need more tents. I've got all the lights I need for all of it. Basically, I just need the tents, and I mean, the AC Infinity tents are the bee's knees. Like they're pretty ballin'. Let's be honest. Like, I mean, I'd love to have some of them to play with and kind of go about that. So we're working towards that. I think we'll get there pretty soon. You know what I'm saying?
What do you got growing right now?
Right now we're about to harvest today. We've got the Mac Ball or the Miracle Alien Cookies by 8 Ball Kush, and then I've got a Mindo Cherries plant. Those are being harvested today. And then we've actually got one of our new genetics we've developed, which is the Galactic Citrus Shiva growing right now. That one is the Orange Hindu Kush crossed by Alien Rift from Vader out of Ocean grown. The Orange Hindu Kush, obviously being the genetic that came out of India like 25, 30 years ago, then was exclusively played with by this old hippie grower in New Zealand. And then I made them fuck, and that's what we're playing with. It's an F1 right now, so this is like the first time it's ever been popped and grown out is what I got going. I gotta go to the washroom right now because like I was like, yo, I got my Plants of Darkness in the 110 I have set up. So I was like, well, so I like the other day in like 5 minutes before work, I took like an old half working blurple light and strapped it to one of the racks in my fucking washroom, wired that bitch in and threw the little babies under there. And I mean, they're doing pretty good actually. I could probably actually wire a phone in and show you all of those if you want to see.
Yeah, hell yeah.
One second here. Okay, let's bring the phone in here. And you can keep asking questions while I'm setting up, or anyone else who has questions, either for myself or Matt Hatter. Do you have a question for anybody at home, or like, do you want to hear anything from people? Or
if anybody has a question, they can feel free to bring it up.
Oh, 1 second here. Bob Jones says, I got an HLG 650R plus 2.5 gallon of prime. Some was a gallon of finish from my best friend from my old 3030 that my dad gave me for free, but dang, it's bright. No, dude, HLG makes good products. I mean, my only issue with HLG has ever been is that like they use typically Inventronics drivers now, which are a knockoff, crappy version of Meanwell's, you know, and you know, much love to them, but I think they've grown to a size now where they've lost the intimacy and the care, so they're cutting corners a lot. That's my humble 2 cents on that one, but simply put, that's why our lights are just a better option. We use quality parts and we don't do a huge markup, even though it costs us $1 billion to make these stupid things. And I'm always going to be working to build the best light, most affordable light, most fixable light. We design our lights so you can fix them. We make available parts. You can do that shit and fix it yourself. I'll call you like and help you fix it. Like I've done that for a lot of our customers. Actually, it's just easier that way. But here, let's get the camera on here, and we're gonna go into this. I'm gonna call it Galactic Citrus Shiva Cam. And then we're going to do this. I got to switch the settings on this. Oh, I guess I could just shoot it the other way. All right, everybody. Welcome the Galactic Citrus Shiva Cam
to the show.
Yeah. We're going to go show you some of the babies. Now, they are under one of the old King LED King Plus 1200s that we used at the beginning of the show. And I'm going to turn that off, though, to show you some of the babies here. Let's hope there's enough light to actually do this. So some of these ones are ones that we went in and did surgery and found them yesterday night and built them back into a thing. So that's why they look so weird. The rest of the ones are natural borns that we did from our germinated sprouts. I did hydrate the soil to make them fight harder to come out and to show me what they're going to do. Because I, as you know, like to torture plants. And especially when I'm working with an F1 that we've created, we want to get in there and, you know, rough them up as best we can and see what they do. You know what I'm saying? Because we're pheno hunting. We're pheno searching. Keep it real, keep it sexy. You know what I'm saying? But those are some of those babies there. Those seeds and a couple of other genetics are going to be for sale very, very, very soon on our store. Man. One second. Boom. There we go. And we've kicked that camera out of the show. We're just showing the babies there, you know what I'm saying? Like, all right. And just trying to bring the chat back. Exit full screen. There we go. Now I can see people.
You do any extracted?
I make a lot of rosins, really, and I make a lot of RSO. You know, and in terms of sort of the old school sort of honey oil approach of doing kind of a flash rinse and then cook that down with some alcohol. We do that a lot. Hash making, though, like I'd say probably one of my truest forms, like almost something that, like, as much as I love growing and breeding weed, but my like secondary personal passion, if there's no market really for it, I do it for me. It's a passion project, would be making hashes and aging them and watching how they change. I love hashish, man. Proper old school.
Yeah, I do too. I gotta make some hash soon. I got like 1.5 ounces of keef I gotta play with. Bust out my silicone mat with my clothes iron and go to work.
That one stuff, yes. Our seeds will be 100% available in America. Federally, cannabis seeds are legal in America. There's no issue for our seeds to, you know, come into the States. We happily send to America and pretty much anywhere in the world. And we're even going to build in a function where if you're in a country where it can't come into, I don't care. I'll do covert packaging option. It'll cost you some extra money, but I'll get it in. It is part of our activism as a company wanting to stand up for the people. Greg Page says HLGs are freaking great lights. Our lights are just as good. I'll put our lights up against an HLG any goddamn day of the week. And the fact is, why do ours win? One, you can fix ours. Ours are more affordable. You can buy replacement parts. And two, for the price of one HLG, you'll get fucking a big one and a medium one from us. And you know, we'll always win. But I you know, Greg Page, what is our PPFD? Those charts are all available on the website. If sold price is there with a link, you could share it. But James Mercher, the Orange Hindu Kush seeds will eventually one day be available. However, they don't exist in a state that I deem releasable. I want to work with them and stabilize out what I have left on them to create something proper. And we will do that. But they will be eventually available. But right now, you've got things that are actually in many ways a new imagining of 50% Orange Hindu Kush that are actually more desirable, in my humble 2 cents, actually, than the actual original genetic I'm working with. So the Orange Warrior Widow and the Black Citrus Shiva are going to be both wonderful options for you for now. But yes, I will make and release some Orange Hindu straps for you as well. So, have you ever grown a weed plant, Mad Hatter? Or
yeah, several times. several times.
Tell us about your times trying that. I really need to pee, so you start that story. I've got you on the speaker, so I can hear you while I'm peeing. But and then we'll come back and talk about that. There, let's get real on it. Let's share some of your personal stories too of your early childhood.
Actually, the last time I grew was when me and you were talking in there in the beginning. It's been a hot minute, man.
Well, dude,
but that last crop was fire.
We did talk about that.
Yeah, like that last crop actually turned out to be fire. I was able to, man, that was some good. I had a lot of people interested in that, and I forget what the hell strand it was supposed to be. It was a hybrid, but I just forget. But that turned out to be a really nice crop after the long run. I got some alien rift seeds that I would like to get popped off, but I just don't have the space right now. But I enjoy growing. I enjoy growing too, but
on the last part, because I know we're also drawing close to the death of your cell phone's battery, given the charge. Can we do another tour quickly of, because some people maybe just be joining the show. Let's do a tour of both your personal collection first, and then let's show some of the pieces that are for sale in the store too before your phone dies on us. What do you think?
All right, bro. Yeah, I can do that. Let me start at the cabinet again. Open this bitch here. All right, there we go. Let me get in here a little bit closer. I'm starting on the bottom this time. That's the skull jars of Vasley Cortell. I got some Sherlocks in the back. More bongs, rigs. A custom piece from Gloria Glass. She's also one of my admins in my group. Nice little Sherlock with mushrooms off of it. Then I got a Cheshire Cat pipe that Jay Boogie blew for me. He's another admin of mine. Beautiful. Now this sexy little beast is made by John Earl Henry out of California. Like, I love this piece. And this is one of his earlier pieces that he made. Signed.
That thing is dangerous looking.
Yeah, it's beautiful too. Another Candyman jar. I got another skull. This is actually a bubbler here. This is a bubbler.
Oh, dude, I love it.
More Sherlocks, more rigs, pipes, bonds. This is more Snodgrass, the big bubbler there. That's a friggin' like huge bubbler. Like, that's how big it is.
That's gorgeous.
Made by
Look at
Benjamin
that.
Eli Neiman.
Yeah, that's a proper stem on that.
Yeah, bro. Oh, I got her sister over in the other corner. I'll give me a second. I'll pull her out. Like, this got some scallop work on it.
Oh.
Like I said, I'm a Snodgrass fan. I love the old school fume look. Like, these are Millies. This is the Pipe Dream 20th anniversary Millie from OG Chong Glass. Then I got a knuckle of Tommy Chong.
That's cool.
Yeah, bro, I'm blessed. This is a pre-op marble that was made by Mike Montgomery with the original old school Tommy Chong Millie. Some Shane Aspie back there. Some more J Boogie, the blue and white and greenish mini hammer. And shitload of Snodgrass. That's made by Bob Snodgrass's daughter, Virginia. That's a Bob Bathroom, Mike Montgomery, Bob Bathroom. Old school song Millie. That's one of the original song makers, RX. I got my Alice in Wonderland tubes in the very background. That's a set of 5. Another Candyman rig. More Snodgrass. I ain't got Snodgrass top hat earrings by Benjamin Eli.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah, bro. Like I said, I'm a glass whore. Love my glass. Eating shot glasses made by Benjamin Eli.
Oh, that's pimp. Maybe I need to get myself some of those eventually.
I'm actually gonna be having more of those on deck soon. This is made. This was a gift from Travis Wigger, a piece that he made for me.
Super cool, man.
Thank you. And we go over here to the slides and miscellaneous. More slides. As you see, more Snodgrass. Some big bags. This is made by Jay Boogie, Andrew Jacobs, Basley Cortell. These two are made by Jay Boogie. This is John Henry Earl. Then, if anybody's ever interested, Jay Boogie hates to make these things, but these are the Luca Pro Series mouthpieces because the factory ones break
Oh,
real easy. This goes on to the Seahorse.
hell yeah, man.
A jar from Brandon Warwick. Fucking Mike Montgomery. Carb cap. There's only 3 of these in the world that I had custom made. One for myself, one for Jay Boogie, and one my other admin, Chad Thompson.
Hell
These
yeah.
spoons are made by. These are made by Lacey Smith Ugly. He makes spoons like these for like coffee or tea that you
That's
can
so
use.
cool.
Another Vasley Cortell. This was made and gifted to me by Shane Aspey. It's a skull joint holder. You put your raw cone in your mouth, right in that mouth, then you hit through here. It's like
Been a time.
then these are the 3 big boys I have. One here in this front's another Kilman piece. It's considered a strawberry.
See you later, Eugene Dolan. Much love, baby. And he says
That's
goodnight to you as
considered.
well, Mad Hatter. Eugene Dolan says goodnight. He's got to go to bed.
Good night, Eugene. This is an RX2 with an ash catcher. This is my personal toy. Then I got the Chris Bar JLB J Blumencraft.
Don't mind me.
Some
I'm just
more,
hitting the bong while I watch. I'm watching with
some more
everyone.
millies. A million coin. This coin's Tommy Chong. First East Coast meetup, vast meetup. In my personal collection, I have a Bob Snodgrass shirt that I recently got from Kevin and Tara from Cold Press Art. Cold Press Fire on Instagram. Check them out. If you
Hell
are a
yeah.
Snodgrass artist fan,
Oh, one
you
second
can get
here.
these.
Your
That's
camera
actually
is
autographed
frozen.
by Bob Snodgrass.
Yo, your camera's frozen, I think. Try turning it off and turning it on again. Oh, there we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. It's working again.
Yeah, I see that. Because my fucking hand is actually like this is signed by Bob Snodgrass.
Oh, bro, that's so dope. Oh, you should have signed my t-shirt for me.
Cold
I,
Press Fire on Instagram.
I guess I'm gonna have to come fly down and get you to sign my shirt, man.
Then I got a High Times article about Bob Snodgrass. This is a Travis Wigger. This is my for sale pile. Just a quick review. Got my logo tapestry on the back. That's a J. Blumencraft Chris Bar tube. A lot of
Dude,
Ben
that's dope,
back.
bro.
Thank you.
I wish I would have. I wish I would have thought to get you to sign my T-shirt before you sent it, though.
Yeah, I know, right? This is from OGSongglass.com about Pipe Dream's 20th anniversary.
Oh, dude, I love the green like hinging on everything on that. Like that's dope.
They actually got some dad mats that are for sale that are like this, signed by Tommy Chong too. I don't know how many they got left, but they had to have plenty of them to grab up. And that's pretty much everything.
I've got a fun question from Jansen Dennis. Potsquatch, do you smoke hash out of a specific pipe with the holes around the top rather than the holes through the stem? I've never owned a piece such as that. I've smoked out of pieces like that. I'd love to own a piece such as that. What you're referencing, at least in my experience, is a true, proper, old school way to enjoy hash, where it actually cools in over the top of the globe as it goes in. I've never owned such a piece, but I have smoked out of such pieces. To find a piece designed in such a way by modern glass is very rare. Sadly, the love of hash is a dying thing. So glass blowers out there, you build one that I'll actually like. I would happily purchase it off you.
I used to have a hash pipe made by Bob Snodgrass. The damn dog broke it. We're not going to talk about that one.
This is the one I would design right now. Imagine a globe like this, right? Like, so here's the globe, right? And then I've got a divot going up and I've got a platform, okay? I've got holes along the initial divots here. And then I burn the hash and I suck through there. And I've got 8 little holes on the top of the globe that then suck in 8 little plumes off the pedestal of where I'm burning the hash. And it cools via air channel, then into the main chamber, circulates and comes in. That's what we're referencing. I've smoked a couple pieces like that. They're very rare. But
yeah, I've never had experience with that.
It's also the greatest way to have the effervescence of true hash, like a proper made hash come through, and you'd be like, been the time, baby. I like that. Tastes good. I love seeing you drink Mountain Dew. I love Mountain Dew, dude. I don't drink pop much anymore, but like, dude, I love Mountain Dew.
I've been trying to cut back more and more.
Dude, well, it's like, I mean, pop is like the biggest crock. It's like, it makes something so tasty and so addictive, but it's really like has very little beneficial anything to us.
I've been getting into my Kahlua mocha coffee and herbal teas.
And like for me, like, I mean, I'm still on my beers and my coffee and my whiskey, but like I've been trying to drink water too for my health, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, in the morning you wake up, you're like, you go take a piss, you're like, all right, yeah, I'm pretty sure I need to drink more water.
Right.
What's up, Jason A? But so everybody, Mad Hatter himself has been in the show, talking about infusions, showing us his glass. You can buy a lot of these things on his online platform. You do it via Facebook, right? Do you have a website right now, or is it just via the Facebook?
I have a web page on bigcartel.com.
All right.
So you just got to look up the white rabbit glass gallery on Big Cartel.
Everybody, what we're going to do is after the end of the show, I'll get the actual links to this shit. I'm going to pin it as a comment for myself. It'll be Potsquatch Growers commenting on this live stream once it's up on YouTube with all the links to find all this shit. Matt Hatter, I'm going to call you after the show and get those from you so we can do
all right, brother.
And, but everybody, what's up, Happy Grower? It's the end of the show, but welcome to the show. It's been a great show. I've really enjoyed it, everybody. This has been wonderful. And, Matt Hatter, my brother Jim, dude, it has been such a joy, such an honor, such a pleasure having you on the show. And
I appreciate you having me on. Thank you very much, brother.
I appreciate this sexy t-shirt, though, too, because I'm going to go out in public and people can be like, what the fuck are you wearing? And I'll be like, motherfucker, I'm going to tell you what this is. You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, bro, this shit is so cool. I love it. And, dude, it's so sweet of you. And it meant the world to me. And I'm honored because you've been wearing my pin since I first made them years ago. And I am now honored to have a fucking shirt where I can rock and rep your brand out and about when I go.
on the streets, my son. Like, and dude, I'm not gonna lie to you. Also, too, I'm mildly flabbergasted at the actual plethora of both personal collection glass and for sale glass that we got to see on the show today. I'm not gonna lie to you, dude, bro. That was fucking almost like going into a whole bong store in your house just now. Like, that's fucked up, and I loved it. And I'm humbly honored to get to see it and to see glass from so many true artists, and then old school artists, like obscure artists. Like, not everyone can just instantly have an access to these pieces from these artists. But then White Rabbit Glassroom is oddly kind of this one-stop shop place to get access to these products, things that exist, or even do custom commission-based pieces. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's crazy, bro.
Such as this.
Yeah, the couch potato. Right? Gorgeous. So does she sit lying down?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's pimp, bro. So you can just grab it like a fucking staff of raw and then hit it hard raw. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on.
Well, oh, you're gonna show
this
us.
Is what she does. This is what it does when you
Dude,
kick
that's
it back.
pimp, bro. That's pimp.
I thought you realized.
All right, so everyone, I have an odd feeling that we somehow perfectly timed the end of that because I think his phone just died. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been a wonderful show. I've actually genuinely enjoyed it very much, and you are all absolutely wonderful. And we're going to continue to do these live stream shows where we bring different guests in, different inflections in, different peeps. Today we had the Mad Hatter of the White Rabbit Glass Gallery and Mad Hatter Infusions on the show, an old school friend of mine. And I, to be honest, I did not even know how diverse that was going to be. But we got to see it. We got to rock it and live it and feel it. And that was a beautiful, wonderful, wonderful thing. And my friends, my family, we're going to see you next week. We are either going to do one of two things next week. Either next week, we're going to be having a weed doctor on the show, either over the internet, or he might even come in person to the studio. Or Ronnie James, Ronnie Nurse, not Ronnie James. I don't know where James came from. Ronnie Nurse of the Nurse Sports family is going to be coming back on the show. He's rather embarrassed that he showed up wasted on the last show that we did with him. And to be fair to the Nurse family, because the Nurse family reacted negatively to the show, and that's why we're bringing him back. We took the show down. He didn't say anything that bad. Stop being pretension and hating on the brother, you know. I know you're all fancy sports players playing for the Edmonton Oilers and a bunch of other professional sports teams, but it was a fun show. You're allowed to have a black sheep. You say you don't mind Ronnie being the black sheep. Well, then live it. Don't be selfish people. Shitting on him and make him feel horrible. The man called me 6 times within one day, having an anxiety attack about it, and that's because he loves you. He loves you, but that was horrible. Not the show, your reaction to it. So we're going to bring Ronnie James back in. Ronnie has promised to not drink, and he can have some drinks on the show. I said, don't drink before you come. We'll have some beers waiting for you. And he's going to come on the show, and we're going to retell the story and try to have the conversation that I was hoping for. And I will admit, it was not what I was thinking, that he would show up wasted for the show, but we made the best of it and had a pretty good show. And, and I want to give a very close friend of mine a chance to, for at least their own personal feelings, redeem themselves, and also for their family dynamics. But we're going to bring that on in. Either that or the weed doctor of CBDs. I'm not sure which one's going to come on
the CBD doctor, if he books it, is on the show. And if he doesn't come on, then Ronnie's going to come on. And if not, we'll have the CBD doctor next week, and then Ronnie will come on the following week. But we're going to show him a lot of love and keep it real, and help him save face for his family and in front of his family, and prove I'm the black sheep of my family too. So maybe that's why I'm feeling rather defensive of Ronnie when it comes to its very famous, accomplished family. But anyway, my friends, my family, remember, the true grower is an educated idiot. The true grower is a special kind of stupid. We make educated, stupid decisions. We love our plants when we're observant. We're compassionate. We're aware. We understand what we're doing, and we have fun with it. Pragmatic fun. What does pragmatic fun mean? Well, pragmatic fun means playing with intelligence and enjoyment of the moment. Maybe a little hedonism in there. Love yourselves. Love your plants. Keep it real. Keep it sexy. And we'll see you next time. Uncle Potsquatch loves you. We all family. We the PSGA. I love you, motherfuckers. See you next time. Peace. And I'm going to look around left and right of the camera because I don't have it like a fancy in the show button. Or do I? In the show button. Oh, I got to click and broadcast again.